What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Let's Argue About It. Today I got Coach Jay Sean, defensive assistant line coach at Texas Southern University. We're going to talk about his journey from high school to college to the NFL and to where he is now and how he got there and what it is next for him upcoming in his life. Stay tuned because at the end, of course, we're going to have an Argue About It segment, which is what everybody waits for. So let's get it. I know about your history. I know a little bit more about you because I know you the last couple of years, right? Tell the people just kind of like what your journey is, right? I know you was a top-ranked high school recruit coming out of for football coming out, right? You also hooped a little bit, so just kind of tell people like what that process was for you and how you got from there, and even to when you signed and declared, really.
I think the process for me was very interesting. Coming from St. Paul, Minnesota, the Twin Cities, not a lot of people make it out in football. Not that too many people that you or anybody would think of, especially coming out of my city. It's a basketball state, it's a hockey state, and everybody overlooks football. But for me, I know growing up, football was my dream. It was a part of me growing up. My uncle was one of the first people to put the football in my hand, starting as a young boy. In kindergarten, I was playing tackle football in third and fourth grade.
That's crazy.
And I was playing up as a kindergartner, and I was thinking, I'm like, what am I doing out here? I'm the worst player on the team. And growing up, I was like, this is something that I want to do. Because everybody overlooked me. I was always the kid that can run real fast and do everything, but I wasn't into my body yet. I was tall, lanky, skinny kid and couldn't figure it out to try to put me at receiver. Couldn't catch.
Stone hands.
Stone hands. 50, I used to tell everybody I'm a 50% catcher.
That's crazy.
I'm going to get open.
Yeah.
I'll be wide open.
Yeah.
Wide open, and then ball just fall in my hands. But
fumbling it.
I found my way on a defensive line, and I think that's one thing that has throughout my career has taught me a lot about life because it gets a little treacherous in them trenches. And,
so how old were you when you started the D-line, like, right? So you say in the third grade you was receiving and whatnot. So when did you realize, like, hey, D-line is kind of where I'm at?
So I played both sides of the ball. So I played receiver, tight end, and when I played D-line, I was just that guy. I wasn't that guy yet, but I think everybody saw the tools that I had, but I just didn't know I had them already.
Talent. You just had talent.
I didn't have the talent because I was like, I'm gonna tell you, be honest, I was the worst player on my team in Little League.
What?
Yeah, worst player. I wasn't the best. Until 6th or 7th grade, I really kind of found myself. I was tired of people saying like, oh, you can't catch, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then being from Minnesota, it's like football gets overlooked. It's a basketball hockey state. A lot of guys come out of there for basketball. We got guys like Sakariana, who's playing overseas, Chet Holmgren, who I grew up with, Jalen Suggs, Donnell Gresham.
I know all them people.
Donnell Gresham.
I've never heard about any Minnesota people coming out from
football. So it's like for me, I had a dream to play ball, to be that guy that was I'm gonna prove everybody wrong that I'm gonna make it. So I think I made that decision in my 6th grade year. I just came out of basketball season. And I was like my first time like hooping for real. Had all the tangibles, but it was like I was just not good. I remember I walked in the gym. One of my closest friends, Anthony Gardner, he said, when you walked in the gym, my dad was like, thank God we got one. And then they saw and then they saw me shoot, and they was like, damn. Maybe not. So I had a year of development.
What position you was playing?
Power forward center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biggest guy.
Big guy.
That's how they do, bro. That's how even when I was in high school and I played high school ball, like my partner, my best friend Trey, he was 6'3", but they put him at center just because he was the tallest person. But really, that dude was not a center at all.
Was not a center.
Right? Not at all. But I understand it. I get it.
We're gonna put you in the paint, you can make something work.
Exactly.
So I think for me, I had anger management problems coming from football. I'm so used to being so aggressive. So that summer, coming off that basketball, me pooping and being not as good, but figuring out, I had to that summer going into my 7th grade year, I was like, I'm gonna go train with this guy named Steve Donahue. He coached at Butler basketball.
Okay.
I'm gonna train with him this summer at the Overboys Club. It's in St. Paul, in the Rondo Days area. And I'm gonna train with him. and I was training with this guy named Abu. I can remember to this day. He had bands. He had the green band, and he was jumping up and down, touching the ball with the medicine ball, 20-pound medicine ball on the back, on the
Boy.
backboard, on the backboard.
With resistance bands? That's crazy.
Resistance band working, and that's who I really learned how to work. 6 o'clock in the morning every summer, I ride my bike 25 minutes from my house off of Wright Street in St. Paul, all the way to Rondo's. Ride my bike 30 minutes. Get up early in the morning, 7th grade, going to my 7th grade, and I ride my bike all summer. I was there every morning working. I didn't care what anybody said. I didn't care what anybody was thinking of me. I just knew I had to get better. I had to improve. And it was just like I had discipline. No matter the day, if it was raining, no matter if it was hot, no matter if it was snowing, it just didn't matter for me. I was going to make it happen anyway.
Okay.
And I think for me, coming from where I came from, I grew up in a single household. My dad was always around. Great father figure, always was in my life, but I just grew up with my mom.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up with my mom and my sisters. And I knew that for me, it's like, I got to make something happen.
Facts. Okay.
I got to do something that's going to change my life. I got to do something that's going to put me above everybody else.
Be the man of the family.
It just, for me, I was like, I got to do this for me, and I got to do this for my family. You know, I gotta stand on business. I didn't think about standing on business as a 6th and 7th grader, but I was like, if you develop yourself now, this is gonna carry you on for the rest of your life. So
okay, so let's fast forward this, right? So 6th, 7th grade, you figure out your work ethic, right? You figure out, you know, Abu, shout out to him, man. He the one who you gave him his work ethic, man. So shout out to you if you're out there watching this. But you fast forward, now you're going in to high school, you're sophomore, senior, you're playing varsity. Like, what was that like, you know, in St. Paul, right? Because you're talking about it's not really a high school football. Yeah. So like you would think that not many recruits are out there. So how do you get noticed enough to be like a top recruit coming out of there, right? When it's not necessarily like you say a football. You're talking about Trent, you're talking about Jalen Suggs. I ain't gonna lie to you. Them some first round draft picks, right? So you know that they like, okay, I'm coming out there for basketball, but when you talk about football, I can't tell you somebody. So like, how did that work for you in high school, and what did it, you know?
So for me, I'll break it down to you. Actually, it was a decision I made in 8th grade to go to Cretin-Durham Hall.
Okay.
Cretin-Durham Hall was a Catholic school. Everybody where I played in Little League growing up was, if you go to Jimmy Lee, you play for Jimmy Lee, you play for Frogtown, you go to Central. So I left all my friends from who were going to Central, who were going to the public schools in the city, and I made that decision to go to Cretin-Durham Hall, which has like, if you think about the guys that came out of Cretin-Durham Hall, was like Michael Floyd, Chantrell Henderson, who was the #1 recruit in the country, Joe Mauer, who was #1 recruit, the Winkie brothers, the Steve Walshes, and all those guys that came out of my program, came out of my high school. I made that decision. My mom helped me make that decision. My friends helped me make that decision. James Onawalu, who went to Notre Dame, played at Notre Dame, helped me make that decision. Tim Gordon, he's like a close family member, helped me make that decision to go to Cretin-Durham Hall. And that's the thing that I would say to this day was kind of the best decisions that I made in my life as a young kid. Not understanding that I'm going to a Catholic school in St. Paul. I was never a Catholic kid growing up, grew up in a Baptist church, but going to that school changed my life because they put me in position to be successful, not just in football, but life after football, the relationships you build at that school. Because everybody there was very smart. Like a lot of my classmates went to Yale, Harvard, Notre Dame, Stanford, Ivy League. So it's like, I'm going to a school with the prestigious people, but at the same time, I'm going to a powerhouse football program who produce athletes in Minnesota, who's going to put you in position. If you come here and you do exactly what you're supposed to do, then you're gonna get looked at. Yeah. And I knew that for me, if I would have went to Central or Como or the Highlands in St. Paul, it wouldn't have happened for me. So I made that decision to go to Cretin-Durham Hall because I knew that I was going to be that guy there if I made the decision to go there, and I was going to go there, understand why I'm there, and I'm gonna get to it. So coming in as a freshman, I was like, okay, everybody knew about me coming in high school because I was one of the top 8th graders coming out. So my 9th grade year, balling it all summer, First day of camp, on the second or third day of camp, broke my fifth metatarsal in my foot.
Gee.
In my foot, hairline fracture. We in camp. I'm ran routes. I was still trying to be a tight end receiver.
Yeah.
Knowing that, I
That
can
ain't
kick.
for you.
It ain't for me,
it
but
ain't
I was
for
like,
you, yeah.
I'm still playing DN, but I still want to see what I can make something on the offense side of the ball. Came out, we were warming up. My field was, our field wasn't the best. Stepped in a pothole on the field, foot gone.
Worst way.
And then same time, another guy on my team, same thing happened to him. Same day. We both broke our foot. Same day. Go to the hospital. Different times, like same time, he's in the room next to me.
Yeah.
He decides to get the surgery.
Yeah.
In his foot. I said no.
Okay.
Because I knew, like, at the end of the day, I can let this heal on my own, or I can have them go in and repair it. And I was like, nah, I'm just gonna wait it. I'm just gonna put the boot on.
Yeah.
Put the boot on. So like for him, his career went a different way.
Yeah.
Because he always had foot problems after that.
Yeah.
My career just went up because I spent that time, those 4, I think it was 6 or 7 weeks I was out of the season my freshman year. I spent it in the weight room. I spent it working like, okay, this is a time that I have not been able to play football for the first time ever in my life, really kind of, sort of, but it's like, I can't play ball. I can't ball right now. So
what's another way you can get
What's another way I can get better at the same time? So I spend a lot of time with my coach, spend a lot of time watching film. I spend a lot of time just educating myself on how to be a better football player. I spend a lot of time in the weight room with Coach Mackin, strength coach out of Minnesota. He played fullback at the University of Minnesota.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of time with him in the weight room and just getting stronger. I was like, when I come back, I'm just going to be that guy. So came back my freshman year, balled out the rest of my freshman season, got moved up to varsity from playoffs. And then from there, it was like, that's when varsity, boom, came into the season going basketball, boom. And then next football season, I became the best player
on the team,
the best player in the state of Minnesota.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's play in Minnesota. That's big, right?
It was, for me.
That's big.
For me, it was big because I was just a guy from the city.
Yeah.
Grew up, a lot of people knew me because I was good at football. I got better at basketball, don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. I got a lot better at basketball, but it was like, I made that decision my sophomore year. I was like, this is my coming out party.
Yeah.
So came in, one of the seniors, I wanted the number 9. I always wanted number 9 growing up.
Okay.
That was my number for, I don't know, it was the first number I picked, first number I got.
Yeah.
So my sophomore year, one of the seniors who really didn't play got my number.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I had the ball in a number 16. I'm like, bad. This is mad. I'm like, what's the next lowest number y'all got?
Yeah.
So it's like, nobody else, you're a young guy on varsity, you got the scraps. So it's like,
gotta earn your keep.
So I took the number 16 and I was like, I'm about to go dog some shit in the 16. Yeah. I'm about to go beat him in this 16. So my coming out party, my uncle, it was like my uncle, to me, it was like my uncle Ben's. He came to my first game. We played East Ridge. I think I had like 4 sacks.
Sheesh.
Fuck, cuss shit. Like 5 TFLs. I'm playing on kickoff.
Lights out. You playing lights out.
Just doing off. Seth Green was actually the quarterback for East Ridge. Seth Green played at the University of Minnesota as a quarterback. Went to the University of Houston, transferred, ended up playing tight end, and currently plays in the XFL for the I'm not gonna say the Houston Roughnecks, but he's in Dallas, so the XFL team for Dallas.
Okay.
So that was a quarterback I played first. My coming out party was.
Man, you're talking about Minnesota. They got no ballers, so they got some ballers, brother. Like
you got some hidden.
Like it might be in the top 5 conversations. I don't know. It sounds like it might be the way you talking. You done name drop some people, brother. So I ain't gonna lie to you. You done name drop some people that's like, some hitters out there. So
we got some hidden gems up there. I think we just get overlooked because it's so cold up there.
Okay.
And everybody think Minnesota, you think hockey.
Yeah, not at all.
You think hockey, you think basketball. So it's like, for us football players, we got to find a way to get out.
Facts.
So my sophomore year after that season, I balled, made all state.
Okay.
First team all state, first team all conference.
Yeah.
I just did my thing, and then my Uncle Ben's was putting my videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's how I got exposed to everything. got ranked coming out of my sophomore year. I got ranked number one player in the country.
Wow. Okay.
No,
So you number one player as a sophomore. You number one player as a junior too?
going into my junior year, I was the number one player in the country.
Uh-huh.
I remember we just had left a basketball tournament, and it was the summertime. I'm at my cousin Tim house. He played football at Eastern Michigan and at Memphis, and like we playing NCAA 14.
Yeah.
Just at the house. What we would do in the summertime, we just playing the games. Like next thing you know, I get a call from I'm not gonna say because Tom Herman coach. What is his name? Tom Lugenbell.
Okay.
He was an ESPN sports writer, ESPN guy who did like all the number one player, like pretty much did the rankings and stuff for college for high school football. And he called me. He was like, because my uncle Levi, we're gonna get about him next. He called me. He's like, we're about to name you the number one player in the country.
Come out. Just like, yo, what the fuck?
I'm like,
you playing NCAA? Like, yo, they finna tell me that.
I'm walking the house. I'm like, because I had all my homeboys, all my cousins. I'm like, y'all wouldn't believe the phone call I just had. Cause we in the projects. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, we in the projects. So it's like, I don't know what just happened.
Like y'all just chilling. And he calling you talking about some. Yo, I'm finna. So
I took the call.
You the number one player in the country.
I took the call outside and I was like,
huh?
I'm like, me? Like the number one player in the country, and I'm like, this. It was something that I was like, when you feel that the hair come off your body, I'm like, chills. Chills is like, there ain't no way the work I did 4 years previously, working hard, riding my bike every summer to high school, right, taking the city bus every day to school, getting up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning just so I can get to school on the other side of town because my mom couldn't take me to school. Yeah. She had 3 other kids to worry about. So if I wanted to go to that private school that didn't offer transportation,
you got to get there.
I had to get my go-kart. I took 3 to 4 buses to get to school every single day, every morning. And I was just like, dang, all this work I put in is coming true. Like I'm writing my story in front. Like, you write your goals down as a kid, like what you want to do.
Proof of concept, like it's happening. Everything you talked about is actually starting to come to life, and you just like, it's just a real moment. So you go into your junior year. Obviously you ball out. Yeah. Right. So where does Ohio State come into play in this? Right, because like again, you're the number one country, right? So you have options, right?
So I think for me, it was my first offer that I got. I got my first offer from the University of Iowa. I was actually I think it was my beginning of my junior, end of my sophomore year. Got off. I think it was during the season of my sophomore year. Towards the last end of the game, going to basketball season, I got an offer from the University of Iowa. Broderick Brands, who played at my high school, played at Iowa. He was actually one of my teachers and one of my people who actually developed me at my school. Played defensive line at Iowa. Did his thing at Iowa. Played with some of the greats at Iowa. He's like, we're gonna offer. They're about to offer you.
Okay.
So got the offer from Iowa. Next thing you know, the same day I'm at my basketball game, warming up, playing varsity. Yeah. I played B squad in JV as a freshman.
Yeah, but at this point you 6'7", they gotta put you on at this point.
So I'm dunking everything.
Yeah,
I'm in warm-ups. Next thing you know, I see my offensive line coach who played, Coach Hitchcock. He played at the University of Minnesota O-line. He was one of Minnesota's like Hall of Famers. Yeah. Like he was my offensive line coach in high school. And he's like, I got Coach Kill on the line. Okay. Like, Minnesota want to offer you, like right now. So I'm like, I'm warming up for a basketball game.
It's like, bro, bump all that. Basketball is your future, but football is. Like, we trying to give you this right now.
I had to go take a call in the locker room. Yeah. Like, hey, this is Coach Kill at University of Minnesota. We understand your offer. I'm like, man, it's my second offer in
2 days.
The same day. So I'm like, I'm about to go to college. Like, my mom don't got to worry about me paying for school. Like, all the stuff that me growing up and like, I didn't know that we didn't have nothing, but we always made a way. Yeah. We always had.
Trust me, I know. I grew up with a single mom too. And like I say, when I knew that I ain't go football route, but when I knew I could go to school without having her have to pay for it, that look on her face, that moment of like, man, you can go do this And not only are you gonna go make a way for yourself as a young black man, right? You also did it on your own in a way, right? To like you did it, right? Like you did it, and it's a relieving moment for both you and your parents because it's like, man, you ain't gotta worry about me in college.
You ain't gotta worry about me.
Good.
I'm taking care of. Like I'm making those next steps. So after that, I think this was my sophomore year. I got all these offers, but that summer I went to camps. I went to Rivals. I went to Nike camps.
Okay.
And I know I'm going all over the place, but this is just going back to
you good.
Went to Rivals, went to Nike camps, went to Under Armour camps, and that's when my Uncle Levi, we used to hop in the van, 6 or 7 deep of us from Minnesota, maybe 8 of us.
Yeah.
We'll drive, we'll get up 12 o'clock at night, hit the road. Yeah. We'll drive to Chicago. We'll drive to Louisiana.
Doing visits.
We not visits. We was going to these camps like to get exposure. So it was like, at the end of the day, they don't respect Minnesota football. We got Texas, Georgia, Florida, Ohio, all these big Cali, all these big football states. So like, we got to go get it. We're gonna hop in this car, all of us, get PB&J sandwich, bologna sandwiches, and we gonna make it work.
We go hustle.
We pull up to camps, we get out the car. And we gonna go take care of business. I remember we used to drive. It'd be in the middle of the night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. He getting tired, so he rolled all the windows down in the van.
Wind just blowing,
playing Future.
Yeah, okay.
And so
what's Future
though? Which Future was it? Old Future, like
DST2?
The Future you get off of datpiff.com.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Some of y'all too young for that, but if you don't know what DatPiff is, okay, I got you.
LimeWire Future.
Yeah, okay. That's a good Future.
So,
all right.
He's like, I bought a Phantom because I always wanted one.
Yeah, okay. Okay, you know what he's doing there.
We used to pull up to the camps.
Doing.
And he said them talks like, hey, y'all know why we here. Like, we not here to play with these kids. Like, they don't respect you. You from Minnesota. These kids from Chicago, Louisiana, Florida.
Big cities, big names.
Big cities, big names. Like, y'all from Minnesota. Hey, y'all got to go eat. Like, because ain't nobody else gonna put no food on y'all plate besides y'all. Absolutely. So we getting out the car, it's like, all right, let's go ball this. Let's go ball at these camps. Like, and that's what kind of like set me like my eyes. So I'm like, I'm from Minnesota, but these kids ain't better than me.
Yeah.
Like these kids, like
on that grass, it don't matter where you're from.
It don't matter.
Grass,
So I think that really will open my eyes. I'm sleeping I'm laying on the van. I'm next to Frank Ragnow.
Yeah.
A lot of people know Frank. Frank was the starting center for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, okay.
Played, I think 8, 9 years in the league.
That's a lot.
Played at Arkansas, and I'm in the car next to him, and like we go on the camps, riding the vans, and we just go on the ball. And I think that's what kind of opened my eyes to all these coaches. And that's when I got my offer from Penn State.
Okay.
Coach Johnson, who I love to death, one of the best people to kind of affect my life today and kind of instill who I am today. A man of God, a man of just respect, a man of like everything you want to know about Coach J is just, he is the coach that you will ever want to play for. He's a coach that you can trust with your life. You want to lay the line on him. Anything. Run through a wall from him.
Run through a wall from him.
You run through a brick wall from him because you know like, at the end of the day, this coach gonna respect you. He gonna lead you to where you want to be. And I think that when I got all those offers, leaving out of high school, I had 40 Division I offers.
Damn.
40 plus. There's some offers I didn't even count, but I had 40 plus Division I offers. For me growing up, USC was one of my favorite.
Shout out to you. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I realized I wasn't gonna be 6'5", I had to give up that dream. But my goal was to play USC or Georgia. But But I realized I wasn't gonna be, that big. So I had to use my brain for it. But that's fire though. That's fire. So you get it from Penn State, real quick, before the scandal, after the scandal?
After the scandal.
After the scandal. So like they weren't able to compete for national championship.
No,
right?
They weren't.
So did that affect your choice of going to Ohio State because they couldn't?
So let me tell you what happened. So Coach Johnson, when he recruited me at Penn State, he got the job at Ohio State. Okay. So I already had an offer from Ohio State from Coach Vrabel. Okay. Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel. Yep. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm mad at him right now because he did my Falcons wrong just this past week, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm mad at him right now.
Quick story about Mike Vrabel. He came into my high school, pulled me out of class, made me work out in front of him.
Wow.
Worked out and he was like, had me fitting him in my weight room, had me lifting, cleaning. I just wanted to see what, like, if I was just really that. Like,
If you really number one.
Yeah, I was really him. If I really had the capabilities of doing the things that, they see on film. And after that, he offered me.
What was he at the time?
He was at Ohio State.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's shit. Hold on, look. You gotta forgive me, right? Because I ain't,
Yeah, he played at Ohio. He played at Ohio State. Okay. Was a D-line coach at Ohio State. He's D-line coach at Ohio State. 2012.
Yeah. Okay.
Coach Johnson went to Ohio State 2014 when they won the national championship.
Okay.
So Coach Johnson got the job at Ohio State in 2014, and I had a great relationship with Coach J at Penn State. Got the job at Ohio State. Lane Kiffin just got fired from USC. His brother Chris Kiffin was recruiting me at Ole Miss at the same time. And I think for me, it's like I love Coach J so much, and I knew I can trust this man with my life,
in your future,
in my future. I can put everything. I can put all my cards and say I'm all in.
That's big.
And it wasn't. Like, Ohio State I recruited mine before they won the national championship, but it wasn't just Coach Johnson, it was Coach Urban Meyer.
Okay.
Like,
shout out to Urban Meyer.
You can't.
One of the greatest college football coaches ever to,
ever do it. Just got put in the Hall of Fame of college football.
That's what I'm saying. Hall of Fame
this past weekend. And I think for me, it was like, you're not turning down, one, Urban Meyer, and two, you're not turning down Larry Johnson, who was the GOAT of college football for defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Like, if you look in the history, like, it's already written.
Yeah.
Like, he's already done everything.
He's giving you all pros. Like, he's getting all pros to the pros. Like,
he's getting first rounders.
Yeah, he's
second
developing.
rounders.
Yeah,
he's developing. Like, and like the main thing is, like, I saw Coach J as a grandfather.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna let this man down.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna prove people wrong. Like, I'm committed to him. I'm not committed to Ohio State. I'm committed to the coach. I'm committed to my coach.
Got you.
So I made that decision to go play for Coach Johnson at Ohio State. And, come out of high school, 4-star, 5-star. I graduated early. I got very humbled.
Okay.
Come from Minnesota. I walked in my first day of spring ball. They just came off the national championship. I got there in, I think, January, first week of January.
Yeah.
I just had played in the Under Armour All-American game. After the Under Armour game, I went home, packed my bags, and went to college. Went to Ohio State. Mom dropped me off. We drove from all the way from Minnesota. I got dropped off, brought all my stuff, and then I was there. Went to the dorms. Went to spring to winter workouts. They just won the national championship.
Yeah.
So we trying to repeat.
Yeah.
We trying to repeat, trying to go back.
Get your word.
And when I tell you, the hardest thing that I ever did in my life, winter workouts with Coach Mickey Marotti will make you a man.
Yeah.
You thought life was hard. You go on these workouts, but it's like you ain't never seen workouts like these behind closed doors. Like, we in there working. 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. Don't be late to anything.
Yeah.
Like, just competitive excellence. And like when you're in a room with guys like Joey Bosa, Adolphus Washington, Sam Hubbard, Jalen Holmes, Taekwon Lewis.
That's crazy because you was with all of them, huh?
With some real
So were they
life.
older than you when you came in?
Yeah, everybody was older than me. I was the youngest guy in the room.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the front row. I'm like, these are all first and second rounders.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, Joey Bosa got drafted in the first round. Adolphus Washington got drafted. And the row behind them, it was like, not even them, it was, I can literally go across it. Joey Bosa, Adolphus Washington, Joe Hill, Tommy Shutt, Taekwon Lewis.
Yeah, all them
guys. So it's like Sam Hubbard, Jay Holmes were in front of me, the Darius Slade, all these guys are in front of me. And I'm like, I'm in a room full of some elite, elite people. So I'm there and I'm like, I gotta go to work. I'm like, first I'm thinking I'm about to play this shit. Like, got humbled.
Got real quick.
Like, these guys just want to national.
It's different, right? Because you number one, and then
I dropped.
You still number one, right? But let's just say you're still top. Regardless of what it is, you're still top of the recruit. And then you go to somewhere where they're like, hey, we want you to come here. We want you to play here. And then when you get there, you like, hey, bro, it's an uphill climb because it's like, you're not the only one they told to come play here.
You got to go earn your right to play.
Yeah. Boom. So you at Ohio State, right? You've became a student of the game. You've bought into the program, right? You've learned everything. You've not everything, but you're learning.
Mm-hmm.
You start getting consistent playing time, right? Talk about what it took to go from being a consistent producer on the field at Ohio State to getting to the draft. Like, what was that journey for you?
I think it was the buildup of starting because I came in as a defensive end.
Okay.
But my next year we had guys come in who were top guys in the NFL right now. In the next class, Nick Bosa, for example, Coach Johnson came up to me because we had Nick Bosa and Jalen Holmes and Sam Hubbard.
Okay.
We just had some dudes at end.
Yeah.
And Coach J and them guys were already like playing, experience in the program. Then next guys to be drafted at Ohio State. Because you go to Ohio State, you're bound to get drafted. You're gonna have an opportunity to get drafted in the NFL. So Coach J told me and Draymond Jones, he plays for the Tennessee Titans now. Shout out to him. That's one of my brothers. Me, him, Devon Hamilton, BB Landers. We were Robert Landers. We were the guys that came in the 2015 class at defense for defensive line. And those are my brothers to this day. But we had guys come in the next class. Nick Bosa, Jonathan Cooper, who plays for the Denver Broncos, leading the NFL, one of the top cyclists in the NFL. So Coach J was like, you guys got an opportunity to go play three technique. Tell me and Draymond this. If you guys want to play this year, like three technique.
It's where you got to go.
It's where you got to go. I think for Coach J, he always has a plan without you even knowing. Yeah, he has a plan.
Yeah.
And I think for that, it was like, that's when I found my true position. I don't want to say it was my true position, but like I became
good at it.
Very good at three technique because I could work in space. Was always an edge rusher my whole life. Never played inside my whole life. And I learned what the trenches was, playing D tackle. So I think for me, coming to spring, that spring, in the workup, and then going into the summer, like I was competing with Draymond, and I was competing for that three tech position. Like we were guys that were like, it don't matter. Like I'm competing against my brother, but at the same time, like we both gonna get on this field. So got moved to three technique, and it was something that was unfamiliar for me, but I learned it very quick because I already knew. Previous the year, I learned their position on the defensive line, so I was able to transition very well. And then from there, that's when I saw myself starting to elevate, starting to figure out how to play the position. Because Coach J said three technique is the position for like he runs everything.
Yeah,
the three technique, like Aaron Donald, for example, like he played three technique. He runs.
He was undersized, quote unquote.
Undersized, but runs everything. Like for me, for example, I was undersized. I was 6'3", 280-pound defensive tackle in the Big Ten, where they run the ball.
Yeah,
you got to play technique.
Yeah,
it don't matter about the size; it's about the fighting the dog. And I think I always had that dog mentality. That I'm not gonna let
nobody push me over.
No one push me over. Like I'm not taking that. And I think being at Ohio State and that culture, it builds you to be a dog. Coach Meyer is not accepting anything else but somebody that's going to go lay it on the line every single game. Or you won't play.
At all.
You won't play at all. You sit on the bench, you'll ride it. Until you figure out that you want to take that next step into just letting it go. Taking off, the Coach J said, take the governor off. No, some cars have a governor.
Yeah.
Take the governor off and just let it go. Let it go fly. So I think for me, where it clicked, leading up to me producing, playing college football, it was the spring ball of my sophomore year, going into my junior year. I think it was my junior year. It could have been my sophomore year. Coach Meyer came up to me at spring ball practice. I think it was like practice 10. And he was like, why the fuck did I recruit you? Like, why are you here? Like, you should have went to Mankato State.
What the fuck is that? Absolutely.
Nobody knows.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
You only know if you're from Minnesota.
Yeah, because what the fuck is that?
It's a D3 college in Minnesota.
Yeah. No disrespect to y'all, but like I don't know.
No disrespect, but I'm like, huh? Like,
who are you talking to?
So I'm like, dang, am I really this bad? Like, am I not?
Yeah.
I'm in my head.
He said no, yeah. He said no. He said no.
Yeah. Am I where I'm supposed to be at right now? Like, he just told me, like, I'm about to prove this. I'm about to prove him wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's probably one of my best spring practices I ever had. Like, probably ever had, because I was like, that day, I was like, I made a decision, like, okay, I'm about to play ball. Like, I ain't gonna take no disrespect, but it was like, he my coach and all, but he's like, he's telling me the real, like, this is what I see you as right now. And I'm like, I'm about to change this image of me. So I went to work.
Okay.
And I think for me is that I was going against Taylor Decker at practice. I was still playing in, but I'm a rotational guy, so I can play in, through technique, nose. I play every position on the defensive line. And that's when I made the decision, like, I'm about to go ball. Like, I'm not taking this to like go to Mankato State. Like, why do I recruit you? Like, you recruit me because I belong here.
Yeah.
I belong to be here. I deserve to be here. All this work I put in brought me to the moment of me being here right now. Yeah. So I think for me, that's when I made the decision to let it go. So going into my junior year, I'm playing a little bit, still rotational guy. Me and Draymond are rotating at defensive tackle. Going into my fourth year at Ohio State. This is when I'm getting consistent playing time. Like, I'm starting. Like, I got my first start against the Minnesota Gophers. My home state. Got my first offer. I mean, got my first start against them, and that's when I knew I belong. Like, you rotational guy. Like, you getting in the game. Like, I'm making plays and stuff, but it's like,
well, you a consistent starter is different.
You consistent starter is different, because I know I got my first sack against Indiana. That was my sophomore or junior. Got my first sack against Indiana. Sack fumble.
Oh.
Sack fumble. We got in the third quarter, fourth quarter. We blew Indiana. We at Indiana. Got in the game, and I'm like, boom, made an inside move, boom, sack the quarterback, sack fumble. Jonathan Cooper recovered it. And this is me playing 3 technique. And then going into my fourth year, I'm playing. Now I was a fifth-year senior, because my first year, my whole class redshirt. We just won the national championship. The only people that played was Denzel Ward and Jerome Baker, but they both played special teams.
Yeah.
So, and Eric Love Williams. But everybody else in my class, we all had the red shirt. We all got humble, because we coming out of high school, top recruits, thinking we about to go play. And it was like, nah.
Sit down real quick.
Sit down real quick. You got to learn how to be Ohio State football player.
That's understandable.
So my fourth year going to league, fourth year at Ohio State, I'm in a house. It's me, Justin Hiller, Nick Connor, Joe Burrow, Alex Stump, who transferred to Vanderbilt. Joe, after spring ball that year, Joe transferred to LSU. We go into our fifth year, and he left. Alex left. Alex went to Vandy. It's me, Justin, and Nick. Nick retired because he had knee stuff going on, and so it's like it's just me and Justin. Fourth year too, Draymond just left. He declared to go to the draft, and then it was just me, Davon, and Robert. So we had to be the guys in a room that was going to set an example for the rest of the D-line. So Draymond just left. Nick Bosa just left. It's me, Chase Young. This is our starting lineup. Me, Chase, Davon Hamilton, and Coop. Sometimes it was Tyreek Smith, but it was like it was our guys. So first game going to the season, my senior year is my fifth year season. That whole summer, that whole spring, I already graduated. I got my first degree in finance. Then I'm working on my second degree in hospitality. So I'm focused on ball. It's just ball time. That's it. Like, I cannot. My strength coach told me, Coach Mick, he's like, because he strength coach at Notre Dame and some other places. He's like, every recruit I had from Minnesota got drafted. Don't let me down.
Okay.
Don't let me down. So like that, they're like, don't be the one that kind of fucks up. Fucks my shit up. So
I got 100% retention rate right now. Don't be that guy. So, don't be that guy. Yeah.
All summer, like, we worked every day, because we had a purpose. Like, cause we don't won the Fiesta Bowl. We don't play Notre Dame in the Fiesta Bowl. We beat them. We played in the Cotton Bowl against USC. We beat them. We played in another Fiesta Bowl against Clemson, lost to them. They ended up winning the national championship that year. Then we
Remember
played
that.
again in the playoffs, and we went to the Rose Bowl,
But
played Washington.
no national championship.
Yeah, no national championship. Won 3 Big Ten championships in a row. At Ohio State, never lost to that team up north. 5-0 against them, but I never. Yeah, never lost them boys up north, but it is what it is. But
Hey, real quick, but them boys up north, cause like everybody is into football and NEP, so you gotta tell them who them boys up north is.
the University of Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, University of Michigan. Ton.
So
These
just so y'all know, he's who you talk about. Just so y'all know.
TUN, undefeated against them. 3 Big Ten, like I said, 3 Big Ten championships in a row. Won a Fiesta Bowl, won a Cotton Bowl, won a Rose Bowl. All these accolades, but never got the opportunity to go to Nash. We won in 2014, but coming in, that was the expectation to winning that. Go to the Big Ten. Like this was every year. Go beat the team up north, win the Big Ten championship, go national championship. Like everything else, then like you can have a great season, and if you lose to them boys up north, it don't matter.
That's how I feel like when I'm a Falcons fan. We can have a terrible season, but if we beat the Saints, I'd be happy. You feel me?
And that's exactly how I feel.
So you don't win, right? But again, your dream is still alive. So like you get to the end of your senior year, right? And you're starting to prepare for the draft. Like how does that go? How does that happen?
So in the senior year was the highest graded on PFF defensive tackle in the Big Ten. And actually in the nation, I was top 4 in the nation for PFF as one of the top defensive line. For me, it was like I was first. For the Big Ten, Devon Hamilton was number 2 in the Big Ten, and Robert Landers was number 3 in the Big Ten. We all 3 interior defensive linemen that played for Ohio State. So it's like we all were 1, 2, and 3 in PFF rankings. So like we in the Big Ten, it was just us. Like Chase Young was one of the top defensive ends in the country coming out. So it's like we had Jonathan Cooper was one of the top defenses. So we had a room of guys that was just elite. Like our whole defense was elite. That 2019 season, we had the number 1 defense in the country.
Okay.
Like takeaways, points per game, like everything. Like we were the top defense.
So Ohio State was stamped that year. You was a senior.
Stamped. We won the Big Ten championship. We were 13, I think 12-0, 13-0 that season. Went undefeated the whole season, and then we go into. I think we're playing Arizona at the Fiesta Bowl. We're playing Clemson, and so I'm not gonna say it was we lost the game.
Yeah, facts.
But I ain't say the refs. But it's like lost that game. I broke my wrist at halftime. Sheesh. But I was like, I'm a warrior. I'm a war dog.
Keep playing.
This ain't gonna stop me.
Yeah.
Wrap my stuff up, put a cast on it. Like let's go. I'll worry about this later. I ain't worry about this later. So we playing Clemson, and then we end up losing that game. And I can remember just like looking at everybody in the locker room's face, like we were in disbelief. Yeah. Cause we had the game won. Like we have 16-0. Just hit a third down. We got a targeting call on us. Takes our starting safety out, Sean Wade. Yeah. And we like, dang, like, all right, we good. We still good. Like, one play, like, well, we good. Like that was a key piece of our defense, but we good. Like we gonna take care of business. Like Justin Fields is that quarterback. Like we about to make some. We about to make something happen. Like we had guys, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, like all these guys. We had guys on the field that hitters, Jackson and
Number 1 draft.
Yeah, so we had guys.
Jason right now, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's the number 1 receiver in the league, low key. I ain't even finna debate that right now, but we could talk about it later. But
Ben Vick, like we had guys in there, like we had J.K. Dobbins at running back. We had Trey Sermon at running back. We had the Luke Farrells, the Jake Hausmans at tight end, Rashad Berry. So it's like we good. Like we Ohio State, like they got to go through us. Like so, we go in the locker room after the game. Like we just said disbelief because it was like the way the game went. It was like if you go back to that 2019 Ohio State Clemson game, people watch it, they be like,
"How you lose it?
How you lose it?
Facts.
How you lose it? Like you guys had the game, and it was like." One play happened. Next, Travis Etienne runs a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence has a long run up the middle of the field. T. Higgins has a catch. So it's like guys, it's like
also stars in their own right though. You know what I mean? So
we're going that game. It's like how do we just lose
it? Yeah.
Like my senior is over. Like you know, I ended my career. I started at Ohio State. I ended my career winning 5 games against the Michigan team up north. I won three Big Ten championships in a row.
You had a good career. Overall, still a decent career. I mean,
Good.
no national champion, but that's still a good career, though.
It's still a good career, but it's like the national championship was the arms length.
I got you.
We about to go. I'm about to go play my old college roommate.
Yeah.
Who plays quarterback for LSU?
Yeah.
In a national championship,
Yeah.
we win that game.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's a story that writes itself.
It's a story that writes itself. It's like one of them games. So going to pre-draft, I broke my wrist, had surgery after the game, and pre-draft I'm working out at MJP at Michael Johnson Performance Center in Dallas.
Okay.
And I was training with a broken wrist, so I couldn't bench. I was all just running, just trying to get my stuff back. And this is the year that COVID happened.
Oh, okay.
So
COVID.
For me, it's like, every offseason at Ohio State, we do testing.
Yeah.
I'm a freak. Like, I'm not gonna get me wrong, but I'm a freak athlete. I'm running a 4.69.
I'm a freak. Hold on, time. I got you. Now you funny though. I got you though. Yeah.
But for me, it's like I'm running 4.68, 4.69 at defensive tackle at 285 pounds.
Okay.
My 3-cone is like I'm quick. Like I have if I could bench, like
all the measurables are hidden.
All the measurables are hidden. I'm gonna hit 32 or 34 on the bench press. I'm like, I have the strength. So it's like for me, it's like the day before our pro day, I didn't get invited to combine. I was hurt and stuff like that, and just didn't get the invite. Going into the pro day, I'm a week away from pro day. I've been having conversation with coaches like pre-draft stuff, and week before pro day, the world shuts down.
Yeah, okay. I remember that. I mean, that was a COVID person.
The whole world shuts down. So, for me, I'm projected to go the third, the fourth, the fifth, in the draft. And then come draft day, because all my phone calls were on, all my meetings with coaches were over the phone.
Yeah.
Over Zoom. You couldn't go in person.
Yeah.
So, and then all the gyms everywhere is closed down. So
you can't really go nowhere and work.
Can't go nowhere and work. So I'm running a hill to get my name out there. Like I'm still in Minnesota, but I'm working. I'm running hills. I'm training. I'm working out with Ted. He's a big trainer out of Minnesota. Like I'm working out with him. And I'm training to get ready for
the draft.
Like when my name is called, like it don't matter. Like COVID's happened, but I'm still working. That work that was instilled in me in 6th grade is still gonna be the work that's gonna carry me on. That stuff that work that I learned at Ohio State.
The world stopped, but you didn't.
I didn't stop. And the work that I learned at Ohio State, it built me to be like I have that mindset. We used to have coaching like every week at Ohio State about mindset. Tim Kite, rest in peace of soul, taught us about E plus R equals O. In life, you face an event, but how you respond to it is going to determine your outcome.
Okay.
So it's like we face an event in life. Our COVID just happened. Like you just lost your pro day. Everybody else had their pro day, but Ohio State, our pro days were always last because we had it was the biggest pro day. ESPN gonna be there. All these teams are they're gonna have 32 head coaches, right? 32 coaches there, bunch of scouts. It's like
evaluation.
It's evaluation day. It's like it's a day for you to just show out. Like everybody looks for this day, and I didn't get that opportunity. So I got drafted based off of film.
Okay.
I got drafted in the 7th round by the Detroit Lions. My agent Mike McCartney and Jamie Moan. They were with Priority Sports. They're now at Vanguard Sports now. Okay. I trusted them with the opportunity for me to like go play. I trusted them with my future career info, deciding my contracts and stuff like that, and helping me like making them phone calls and selling me to teams. So draft day, all my teammates are getting drafted. I'm happy for everybody. First rounder, second round, third round, fourth round. And it's getting to the 5th or 6th, second day. I'm like, I still haven't got a call yet. I was one of the top defensive linemen in the Big Ten, trying to understand like
what's going
on. But God, God always has a plan for you, and you don't even know what the plan is. And I know I'm very good at my faith. So, I'm downstairs in my mom's house with my family. Everybody's there. And then the Vikings called me, and it's like, if you don't get drafted, we're going to take you like free agency.
Okay.
I had the opportunity. I'm like, oh, I'm going to stay home. Like, I had to come back home, get to be around my family. And as soon as I have that call with my agent, that next phone call,
Division rival.
Detroit.
That's funny how that happens.
Bob Quinn from Detroit Lions called me. He called me from Detroit Lions. Called me. They're like, "We're gonna take you with our next pick." And then I pop up because I had my family and friends on Zoom that were back in like Ohio and everywhere else because it's still COVID.
Yeah.
So got the phone call and I'm like, feel like I said that feeling of that rush, like my dreams that growing up that everybody said I wasn't gonna make it, or I wasn't gonna do it, or I wasn't. I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. I put the work in to do it. At all the times, like me going through the injuries that I had, I had 6 surgeries playing football. And going through all that stuff, I was 5 before the next one. But going through all that stuff and having the opportunity to get drafted by an organization like the Detroit Lions was like, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I'm like, this is like,
you made it.
I made it.
Yeah, I like I say, man, like again, you can't belittle that. Like they don't. There's only how many people? I mean, you probably know the number. How many people are taking in the draft every year?
It's 235,
235,
255,
right? Yeah, that's still. But you gotta understand, there's how many colleges in the U.S. How many seniors that are graduating?
I'm the 1%.
Yes, exactly. That's crazy to think about.
I made the 1%.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the work not done though.
Yeah. Boom. Cut that right there. Bet. Right there. I like that. So, you just mentioned, right? You made it, right? Detroit Lions, it's time to get to work. So you played 3 seasons, which is crazy to talk about because a lot of people, even when they get drafted, whether it be especially after that 4th and 5th round, it'd be kind of murky because you could get cut and not get called back.
Yeah.
It really ain't. I mean, granted, you getting drafted, but there's no guarantee after that first year you on the same team or you even gonna get invited back to be on the team, right? Only really that first and second round are kind of guaranteed them contracts. So let's talk about your 3 years and how you were able to be a 7th round. That's big, right? 7th round pick, and you're on the roster, you're on the team, you make vet status for 3 years. Like, let's talk about that.
So for me, like I said, the work's not done. I'm training still to get ready. Like we're still COVID. So I'm still in Minnesota, but I'm having my meetings virtually on Zoom.
Yeah.
They're like, NFL still shut down. We still trying to figure out what we about to do with the next season. And I built the gym in my mom's shed in the backyard. So I was staying at my mom's house, built a gym in a shed in the backyard. I'm doing drills in the backyard with ladders and stuff. I'm hitting the tree, fitting the tree, just trying to, stay in shape, and get football ready. Like I'm going to the NFL. Like these grown men with families at home, like I got to prepare myself at the highest level. I'm doing film study. I'm studying the playbook. I'm staying on my P's and Q's, so when the opportunity goes, like when I get to Detroit, I'm gonna be ready. Like the time is now, and I'm gonna have to show out, and I'm gonna show up and show out. So going into camp, my defensive line coach is Bo Davis, defensive line coach at LSU, defensive line coach at Alabama, he coached for the Lions. He's now the current defensive line coach for the Saints. Had him as a defensive line coach, and then also
Blue Saints, but not just playing.
Yeah. So going back to it, the assistant Bo was my D line coach, and all the players that know Bo is Bo. But Bo Davis, Southern man, went played at LSU, coach LSU, SEC coach, different coach from Coach Johnson.
Gotcha.
Same like level.
He wants what's best for you, knows the game, very knowledgeable, teach you everything, but his personality is different.
Gotcha. One of the top defensive line coaches in the NFL and college football. And I had an assistant coach, assistant D-line coach who helped me a lot, Ty Warren.
Okay.
Ty Warren won a couple Super Bowls with the Patriots, played defensive line. He was the assistant coach. And when I was playing with the Lions, Bo used to call me Corny. That was his nick. Like, Corny, what you doing? Corny, Corny, you gotta do this. Corny, you gotta do that. So I went to the Lions playing 4 technique, But
you've been playing 3 technique.
I've been playing. It's still like I became a big end. So I'm playing 4 technique, which I didn't have a problem with. It's football. Like in the day, you gotta adapt to anything that you get, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I went from being an attack and react defense, attacking the line of scrimmage to like, you know, taking on blocks and holding up stuff and just fitting the run. And then my rookie year, beat I think he's a 7-year vet coming off going into camp, you know, 2 weeks left in camp, a week and a half left in camp. Hit him on a move on a side scissor what Coach J taught me, hit him on an outside move, and then went to go take that next step, and boom, my Achilles pop.
Dang.
I didn't hear it, but the first reaction I had, like, who just kicked me?
Bro, so crazy story, right? Again, I'm not a football dude, but like again, I thought I was Superman. I was playing flag football, 30 years old. I ain't never in my life lined up to play no fucking edge rusher. And so I came there to come play the game. I just during COVID time too, by the way, right? Came out there because I'm like, bro, this is the only way, this is the only thing we got really right now to play. So it's whatever. Playing in flag football league in Sugarland. I do the same thing. I go out there. I don't stress no nothing. I just go out there. I say, they're like, bro, get to the line. We need people. I'm like, fuck it, I'll go. My first step, I turned around so quick. I said, yo, who threw the ball at me? They looking like, what? I said, y'all didn't throw the ball at me just now?
That next step, you
Bruh. So look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I understand that Achilles pain, brother, because it just
happens
in a blink of an eye.
And you don't even think that like that day it was just a normal day for me. Like everything felt good, you know. I'm cool, like I'm ready. I'm prepared for practice. I'm ready about to go out and ball. And that was the first time, you know, because I was injured before in college, but man, I'm gonna come back.
Yeah.
But you know, the Achilles is like
hard.
It's hard to come back from. It's one of them injuries. Like this can be a career-ending injury. Like I play defensive line. Like I need my ankles. I need the bend.
Yes. Flexibility, mobility, all of that.
All that. I'm in the trenches. So it's like for me, it's like, boom. I'm like, my life is over.
Yeah.
Like this is my football career. I just
blew it all.
Like my rookie year, like I came in, I was balling in camp. I'm fighting for a position. I got coaches telling me that I'm competing to be on one of the, like, I'm 53-man roster.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing my thing. Like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Especially coming as a 7th rounder and earning your right to play on this team. Like, I knew I belonged there. I knew that for me, it was like a lot of doubt in who I was as a player. But like, I knew where I went to school. I knew who my D-line coach was at college. I know he prepared me the best of his ability.
For this moment.
Yeah, for this moment. So, for me, I'm in the training room, like, I'm in tears, like because it's like for me, it's like I just got hurt. We got fans there at practice. I'm like, dang, like, like what, like what? How does this happen? Like, why now, God?
Yeah.
Why now?
Why
God?
me?
Why me? Why? So I'm like, I'm mad at the world. Like, I'm sad, man. I got so many mixed emotions. And Coach Patricia, who's now he was my head coach. He came and talked to me. And like he showed me, like he tore his Achilles at practice, and like don't worry, like you gonna be good, like we gonna take care of you. We gonna make sure you come back, and make sure you're gonna be 100% healthy. So that gave me some type of, cause he's like, what are you crying for?
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you say? Like you good? Like
your life's not over.
Your life's not over. Like it's like you showed us what you can do. You showed us your ability, and you did what you like. For us to like keep you on this team, like you did what you're supposed to do. So the little time I was at camp, so for me it was like, okay, that's a kind of relief. Like, okay, I'm good, I'm still on the team, but at the same time, it was like I felt isolated away from everybody because I'm not playing. And all my time, I just had surgery, and like all my time was spent in training and rehab. Like I didn't get to experience practice like that. I didn't get to go to I'm going to games, but I'm in the suite, so I'm not out on the field. So it's like, I feel like I was away from the team, like isolated from everybody. I think that's probably one of the darkest moments in my like playing career, because like it's the first time ever, like my first season ever. I know I told you I got hurt my freshman, but I still came back to play. But it's like it's the first season in my college NFL career that I didn't play.
Yeah, for a whole year.
For a whole year, I wasn't on the field.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, I was like depressed, anxiety. I was just sitting in the room in the dark, just like trying to figure out how I can come back, like what I can do for that. But I attacked treatment every single day and did it to the best of my ability. Tom Cope, he's the one in the trainer. I don't know if he's still a trainer at Detroit, but that's probably my best friend.
Y'all was in there every day.
Every day, 3 times a day.
Hey,
Like
bro, I wasn't missing it,
work.
dog.
I
What we can do?
live
Can I do something extra after this? Like, what we talking about?
exactly. I'm on the Peloton bike with BFRs, biking. Josh Schuler was a strength coach, and I'm just in the weight room trying to get bigger, stronger. Like anything I can do to get back. So next year, like this ain't happening again.
Yeah.
So I did everything in my ability to come back. So by the time it hit springtime, we still before OTAs, I'm running now.
Yeah.
Like I'm running. I had to reteach myself how to walk. I had to teach myself how to take on blocks. I had to reteach myself how to attack the line of scrimmage and be like in my back of my head, like you are healed.
Yeah.
Like
that mental block.
That's the mental block. Like you good. Like
to be real, I ain't even gotta remind. I'm the dad at 24 hour now. Like I just running up and down the court, but I shoot nothing but threes. Really, I don't really go for layups. I don't go for layups.
You don't want to do it
because I don't want to do it. I don't even. Yeah, I used to be able to jump off my left and do a layup. I don't do that no more because I'm just like
you extra cautious.
Yeah, extra, like 100%.
Extra cautious.
Yeah, I get it.
So coming back my next year, I still got to compete. I still got to earn my right to be on this team.
Yeah.
I'm behind guys like Michael Brockers, first round out at LSU, played for the Rams for a long time. Nick Williams, who played at Stanford. Behind guys like this, Danny Shelton, played at Washington. So I'm in Deshaun Hand, Kevin Strong. I'm with some guys, So I'm competing. Like at the end of the day, like these my homeboys, but I'm competing against them.
Yeah.
I'm competing to get myself on the field. How can I get myself on the field? How can I make that next step and coming back from an injury and proving that, okay, this happened in your life. It was a moment.
I'm better now.
I'm better now. So as I revert back to my training at Ohio State, E+R = O. Like this was an event in your life. How are you going to respond to it? And my response was, well, came back that camp, killed it. Just had a new coaching staff. My old coaching staff just got fired. We just had Aaron Glenn's my defensive coordinator. Todd Walsh is my defensive line coach. Dan Campbell's a new head coach. Telling people we about to rip knees off. Like I got Dan Campbell. Aaron Glenn with that swag is like. I had Cameron Davis, who's a Jets defensive line assistant. So I had a whole new coaching staff that didn't know me
from a can of paint.
From a can of paint, like they didn't know me. Like I didn't play last year, so who's this guy that's coming off the bench? Like who's this guy that's coming off an injury? So I had to earn it. Like I had to come out there, I had to redo what I did the year before. So I came back explosive, making plays in camp, just doing my thing. Like probably the best camp I had coming off the injury. Like I was balling. Made the 53-man roster.
Okay.
So that whole year I'm playing behind Brock and Nick Williams. I'm just riding the bench. I don't understand. Like dang, I'm like I'm a great player. I know what I can do, but I'm like, I got some vets in front of me that been doing it for a long time. So I had a year to learn. I played a little bit, but it's like I'm still learning. Like I'm still trying to grow and become the player that I know I can be. And that year was a year of just like I played in the games and I just didn't make no plays. But I just like that preseason I was balling. I thought going to after preseason I was gonna play. Yeah. But then you learn about the NFL and like how things work and
how the
rules are and like who got to play and who don't got to play and that's never a thing and never an issue. But it's like you think you about to go do something, but you really get humbled at the door. Yeah. So it's like for me, I was a time where I was still trying to figure out like what am I gonna do? Where's my future hope? Like with this team, like where's my next steps in life? Where I'm talking to God every day and like trying to figure out like why am I being attacked? Like trying to figure out like why I'm not playing. Like last year I missed. I'm thinking this next year I did all this work to come back.
Yeah.
Same time just got hit in the mouth. It's like, okay, you didn't play that much that year. Going to my third year, trained hard, was running with the ones, balled all OTAs, was running with the first team pass rushing team, like Our NASCAR team, I'm rolling with them. I'm doing everything. I can play end, I can play D tackle. I have the experience at both, so I did a little bit of everything. And then boom, last year get hurt again. And at that moment, I didn't know how to respond. All the training that I had about mindset and everything, like
Out the window.
out the window. I got hurt in my ankle again, same ankle.
Oh Lord.
Um,
Not Achilles though.
Not it was. I had Achilles, like overstretched my Achilles, super bad. Like I bent my knee, my ankle bent, everything was like I was out for 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to get back from this ankle injury, and then when the time for me to come back, it was just like I got released. Everything, all opportunities were outdoors. So it's like I'm trying to go train for team, how to work out the Patriots, how to work out with all these different teams, and that's when I felt the first time in my life that I was not good enough. It's like I wasn't like, it was just, I didn't have nobody to fall back on because my whole life I relied on me.
Yeah.
I didn't rely on
Yeah,
anybody else.
It was your work ethic. It was your training. It was everything that you did, right? Because at the end of the day, nobody was gonna give it to you. You get out there, did the stuff that you did to earn it.
Go figure it out.
And your body was the one. I got you.
So that was the first time. It was like, boom, like, what am I gonna do? So got released, got these workouts with teams, still not getting no calls back. There's a guy that had all these injuries in college, injury in the NFL. So it's like, for me, I don't look good to teams because like this is a guy that I'm injury prone.
Yeah, you hate that tagline, but it happens.
It happens. Yeah. It happens. So going into that, I was down here in Houston, training at All In with Dr. Lou, and my other ankle because I had Achilles tendonitis in college.
Yeah.
In both my ankles. So the left ankle built it back up to where it needs to be. Right ankle starts acting up. And they always tell me there's like, you tore this one, you bound to tear the other one. My dad tore both his Achilles. My grandpa tore his Achilles. My grandpa tore his Achilles in the Negro Leagues. So it's like, I knew in the back of my head, it's gonna happen. I don't know when it's gonna happen.
But it's not,
it's gonna happen. So I'm training and I'm like so I have all the athletic ability to go play. But when it comes to my ankle, every time I wake up in the morning, it'll be my right ankle. Every time I wake up in the morning, it'll be sleep. Like it takes me like 20, 30 minutes for my ankle to wake up, for my foot to wake up.
Damn.
And I'm walking, I'm like, this, it's not getting right.
Yeah.
It's not getting right.
Something's going on.
Something wrong. Yeah. I'm doing everything I need. I'm doing ice. I'm doing need dry needle. I'm doing all these things for me to be like able to go play, but it just wasn't working. Yeah. Nothing was working. I'm doing everything possible to work. I'm like, I'm not having another surgery. Like I've done has 6 after the Achilles. I'm like, I'm not about to do it.
I'm tired of going to the knife for some shit.
Yeah, for this, like this the 7th one. And then like, sometimes it might be regret some things. I'm like, okay, I could have just went out and did it and go played and left it all on the field. And this is one thing that I look back on and like, I should have gave it another try. But at that point I was like, no teams are calling me. I'm not getting no workouts no more. It's like, I'm like, my football career is over. Off of injuries. Off of one thing that like my teammate one who his shoelace wrapped around my cleat and they just messed tore my everything. So I'm like, why does all this stuff happen to me? God. Like I'm in Houston by myself, no family. I'm just, one of the moments where I'm isolated again. And I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna go and what I'm gonna do. So I went to NFLPA. I decided to retire from NFL. I had my pension, I got my 3 years invested. And then I decided to go to University of Texas and get my MBA.
Okay.
Started applying for school. I got a background in finance and hospitality. I'm like, I had all these injuries in football. Like maybe God's pushed me towards something else. Like maybe it's telling me that my time is up because my ankle's not getting right. I have no feeling sometimes. I can't walk sometimes.
Sometimes he just give you that hard push like, hey.
Yeah.
This is where you got to go.
So I retired from the league knowing that I still love the game. Like in the back of my head, I'm like, I can still go. And I kind of envy myself for just letting it go. But at the same time, I just had all these surgeries. I'm like, it's just,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. So I'm depressed. I have anxiety. I don't know how, like, I lost who I was during that time. I had a hard time with communicating with people. Like, for the common eye, for me, people thought I was good, but inside I was hurting.
Yeah.
I was depressed. It was just, a lot of stuff was going on to me, but with me, but like, nobody knew. I
Yeah.
held all that in because I was so used to like relying on myself to figure the things out.
And talk to nobody.
Didn't talk to
Yeah.
nobody. So I'm doing all these things, pushing football away. I went for a whole year not watching ball. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
Now it'd be on TV. Like, people would come watch it. I go to the game or I watch it with people. I can go to a high school game. I couldn't go to a college game. I couldn't go to an NFL game. I could not look at it. It just put a bad taste in my mouth because I was like, something that I love so much, like, I let it go.
Mm-hmm.
I let it go. Decided to go. I started my own business in real estate. Thought I wanted to be a serial entrepreneur. Just going to all these events. I was doing good, you know. Met a lot of people. Keith Everett, one of my mentors, he kills the game in real estate, wholesale real estate. So I met him, built a great relationship with him. He put me in a lot of rooms with people that I didn't think I was ever going to be, and went to Philadelphia with him, met Damon Dash, all these other people in Philly, and then met a lot of these big time entrepreneurs in real estate down here in Houston. And then I'm like, okay, I can do this. Real estate is something that I think I can do. I decided to go get my MBA from the University of Texas so I can pair my entrepreneurship
With that.
with that. So like, I'm moving in the right direction. I got 2 degrees from Ohio State. I'm gonna go get my master's from the University of Texas. I'm good. Life is set. Like,
yeah, you found your way after football.
Find my way after football.
But you still love the game though.
Still love the game. Still love the game to death. And then it was like, I'm doing my MBA and I'm still doing my real estate. And then I had an opportunity to go work at Alliance Bernstein in private wealth management for highly net worth clients. You know, I'm a client advisor, not client advisor, but I get the job there. And I'm like, okay, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm an associate. I'm a private wealth associate. Mm-hmm. I'm at the Bank of America building downtown on the 32nd floor.
Seeing everything.
Yeah. I see everything. Looking at my desk, I'm like, dang, I really made, like, this is a great job.
I've turned it, like, it's turned around.
Yeah, it's turned around. Like,
but there's something missing though.
Yeah,
like, I hear it in your voice. There's something still missing right there.
Something's still missing. So it's like, for me, like, I train every day.
Yeah.
I work out every morning, like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Still got the same work ethic.
Same work ethic.
Don't leave you.
I'm up. I'm getting in before work. I'm studying for my financial exams, for my SIE and my Series 6, all these other exams I take to be a private wealth associate. And I'm training every morning, and I'm still training like I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, still got ankle problems. I have micro tears in my Achilles, but it's like, I'm still training to be like, I'm playing football, but I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not. It has not left me. Like, that work ethic has not left me. So
the love for the game has not really left.
So, I'm looking at. I'm probably like 3 or 4 months. I think four months at Alliance Bernstein, and I'm working. I'm doing good. Build some great relationships with people, and I keep looking out this window, seeing these cars drive by, and I'm like, I'm in this building from 7 to 7.
Yeah. 12 hours a day.
12 hours.
Clocking it in for somebody else.
I'm not seeing
not passionate about it.
I'm not seeing no sunlight besides looking out this window. I'm going into the Houston tunnels, getting food. I'm very smart, but I'm like, why don't you feel like your purpose is here? Like, why don't you feel like you're doing what God wants you to do in life? Why are you having this, like, regret? Why are you having this feeling inside of you that is like, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Like, I think this is where I'm supposed to be. I always thought, like, okay, I'm transitioning from football and going to finance and do this. I'm thinking this is where I'm supposed to be. And I'm like, no, like, this is where I don't belong. Like, I'm doing a great job here, but I'm like, my future is somewhere else. So I met one of my closest friends now, Tim Walton. Funny story, I knew his dad before I knew him. Mm-hmm. His dad was an NFLPA rep for the Lions. And then I also played with a lot of his high school teammates. Mm-hmm. He's from Detroit. So I played with a lot of his high school teammates from Cass Tech, like Mike Weber, Joshua Allaby, Damon Webb. So I knew a lot of guys that he knew. And I saw him at the gym one day. This is a year prior. I mean, it's like, this is the year before I retired. I see him at EOS. I'm like, I see he had an NFL. I'm like, you play?
Yeah.
He said, nah, bro. I played at Syracuse, but like my dad.
Okay.
So like, I met his dad. I knew his dad, but like, when he told me his name was Tim, I didn't put two and two together.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang. So I had built we like working out. So had built a relationship with him. And then when I was going to, when I was leaving Lions Bernstein, I hit him up. I was like, yo, because he coached at TSU. He's a linebacker coach, assistant linebacker coach at Texas Southern.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, hey, bro, I asked him, like, y'all got any positions? When I first asked him, when I was training at the gym before I worked at the Lions, bro, I'm like, y'all got any positions like over there coaching? And he's like, nah, bro, we don't got nothing open right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, dang. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna go work in finance. Like, I turned my coach, because I always I had so many coaches that affected my life. I knew I had to affect somebody else.
Yeah.
Like,
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward, exactly. So the next year, I follow back up with him. I'm like, hey, y'all got any positions up there? Yeah. He was like, bro, yeah, you can meet with Coach Dishman. Like, I asked him, I told him about you, and he was like, come in and have an interview. So left Alliance Bernstein, still getting my MBA from University of Texas. And then I go to TSU and I meet with Coach Dishman, and he was like, we don't got no money here for you. We don't got no money.
Well, so they ain't got no bread. This ain't the Big Ten. This ain't the SEC. This is the SWAC. We got no money.
We don't got no money for you. But I had so many conversations with God and talking about like what I wanted to do. Because before when I retired, I knew I wanted to go into coaching, but I had so many things that discouraged me along the way. And why not to do it? Mm-hmm. Like, why not go coaching? Like, why not go give back? Like, because I always had a purpose of me, like giving back to the next generation of men, me pouring the word of God into them, me developing them, building people up. Because that's the type of coaches that I had in my life, building men up into being the best version of themselves. And that's when I was like, he told me, I don't got the money for it, but you can come help. Like, we can put you as an assistant coach. You can volunteer, but like, we don't got you're not gonna get paid. Yeah. So I started coaching at TSU in like February. Yeah. February, March. I'm going to spring ball. I'm there busting. Like, I'm taking this job like it's
serious, like it's real, like it's not volunteer.
No, it's not volunteer. Like I'm doing this job like I'm getting paid. Like, I'm coaching the D-line. I'm loving this. Like, I'm like, dang, I'm back in it. Like,
found the passion for it again.
I'm going through drills with the play. I'm showing them how I want them to do it. Like, I talking in meetings and stuff. I'm like, dang, I'm really coaching college football. Yeah. Football, I learned that football didn't end for me. My assignment just changed. Okay. So it's like all going back into me, like, going to Bible study. I went to Bible study every Tuesday. At Fountain of Praise, just learning, like, working within
the Bible, Fountain of Praise.
Bible, learning who God was, and kind of like learning like what He has done in my life for me. And I always regret everything that happened, but I'm like, look at all the good that He has done. Like, who would have said a kid from St. Paul, Minnesota, will get recruited, go to Ohio State, get drafted to the NFL, graduate with 2 degrees, come from a single mom that had me at 15, kid that was never supposed to make it, and I accomplished so much. And I'm like, I threw all that away when I lost my football career, and I was like, but then I had to look back at everything, and I'm like, no.
You done counted 10 blessings in the last minute. You just said that you done counted 10 different blessings that God done gave you to be able to get to where you is.
And He blessed me, and I'm like, and He blessed me with this opportunity. He was like, I'm volunteering, and I'm an assistant D-line coach. I'm not getting paid for this, but it's like, this is something that I want to do. This is something that I have a passion for, to pour into young men, to let them see that the best version of themselves. Just because I had the coaches that did that to me, like Coach Johnson, Broderick Benz, and all these other coaches that I had, Randall Joyner, who's now the D-line coach at Ole Miss, Kenny Anuke, like all these coaches I've had along the way that had some type of impact in my life, that I could remember each coach and what they did for me. And I kind of developed my own way of coaching and how I can give it to the next generation of men and be that next big coach that can do things that my coach did to me, and it was like, let me see the better version of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, it's just not about football, because football is a game, but it's like, what can you use this game to develop yourself as a young man, as a college
Yeah,
athlete,
teach you life
as
lessons.
a next
Yeah.
to be a father, a great son, an uncle, a nephew.
Yeah.
It teaches you a lot of life lessons.
Yeah.
And I tell my kids every day, this is like, you guys are the reason I got dug out my hole. Like,
That's deep.
football was gone from me.
Mm-hmm.
It was done. Like, sorry I get emotional about this, but
Nah, it's good, bro.
for me, it was like, my life was like, I told you, like my life was over. Like, I lost the game. And then I found my purpose in them. And
Yeah.
I tell them, I'm like, every day I come out here is for y'all. And it's crazy to think about it, because it's like, I'm blessed. I'm very blessed. Even though I haven't made any money from it, very thankful for the opportunity to get to go out there every single day and
That's crazy. I
coach.
didn't even know you really was volunteering. That's crazy. I thought you was like
Yeah,
a paid coach.
everybody would think that, but it's
Yeah.
like, because that's how it's like, I learned from my coaches, Coach Randall, Coach Johnson, Coach Washington at Notre Dame. I learned that you got to treat, no matter if you're coaching Little League, no matter if you're coaching high school, no matter if you're coaching college football, NFL, it's like, treat every job like it's your last job.
Nah, that's real.
Treat every job like you gonna take it, like every coaching job you get, no matter the position you in, treat it like you want it, like you gonna be ready for your next assignment.
Mm-hmm.
So as I was saying, like, my football career ended, but my assignment changed. Like, football wasn't done for me, and I learned that it's like, I gotta prepare myself each and every day like it's my last day. So I prepare hard every single day. I still get up at 5 in the morning. I'm in the gym by 5:36. I'm training, I'm working out, hit the facility. I'm doing film study. I'm trying to figure everything out. I can give my players better, how to make them take that next step in life, make them see a better version of themselves, Because you like being in the SWAC, I played in the Big Ten. I have learned a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's different.
It's
learning curve is different.
The learning curve is different. You don't have a lot of the same resources that you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was very.
You're a volunteer. You're a volunteer coach.
Yeah.
They're paying a defensive assistant up there probably at Ohio. Isn't it? It's a big difference, brother.
It is a big difference. But then I was like, at the same time, I'm like, if you do what you're supposed to do here, and you trust God and you trust Him through it all, like you trust Him through this process, there's light on the other side of the tunnel. And it was like, for me, it was like Coach Jay used to be like, you're going through the storm. And at the end of the storm, you look at you think you see Jesus, but you see yourself. So it's like, you go through the midst of the storm and you see all these like thunderstorms, lightning, and you see a bright light at the end. And like, you think you're seeing God, but you're seeing yourself, what you have,
the better version
of you, all the stuff that you went through, everything that you have gone through your life, how it added up to a moment right now, and how it prepared you for this moment. And for me, it's like, that's how I prepare every single day. I'm still getting my MBA at the University of Texas, but at the same time, like, I'm a college football coach, and I got to get my boys ready for the game. I got to get my guys ready. I got to figure out a new way to get them to excel on the field, a new way for them to understand, like, this is what I mean. I got to teach 10 different guys 10 different ways, because each of them come from different backgrounds. So I have to figure out a way for them to understand what I'm saying, but at the same time, I got to figure out a way for them to understand. I don't know if I said that right, but I'm figuring out different ways for them to understand and see it, write it down, draw on the board, visualize it. I'm sending clips on Instagram, Twitter. I'm sending them.
You're just trying to help them get to the mindset of where it's like, wait, like, again, you had that mindset.
I had the mindset,
right?
like,
you found it again, and you're like, man, I gotta give it to them, because that's what's gonna get you through any of these hard times. Because you're gonna have 100 athletes that you coach, A lot of them are gonna go through injuries. A lot of them are gonna feel what you feel, and just like when Matt came up to you and told you, "Hey, bro, what are you crying for? You gonna get over this, right? You gonna have to be that for somebody because there's gonna be somebody who gonna be the star, gonna be a top player. They gonna, Lord forbid, but if they hurt themselves, you're gonna be the guy that say, "Hey,
I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been
I've
there.
done
Don't
that.
lose that.
Yeah.
Don't lose that." And like you say, you're gonna teach them what you learned from it, right? Where you don't, so that they don't have to live with, not say you live with regret, but they don't have to get to that point where they think they're gonna have to live with regret because they could have went and still kept trying, right?
And that's why I said God put me in the position that I am now, because I face all those injuries, and then we have so many injuries that we face on our team this year. And I'm like, I talk to the guys. I'm like, I've been in your shoes. I've been there. I've been there. I was the guy that was. I've had the surgeries. I've been injured. I've understand how to come back, but it's all about how you teach yourself up here that I'm better than this injury. I'm gonna come back from this. This is not my last. This is not my last time being able to play football. This injury is not gonna stop me from doing what I said I was gonna do when I was a kid. This injury is not gonna stop me from reaching my goals and doing everything that I said I was gonna do. And I'm stand on it. It's like I teach my players every day. It's not about like I said, the event plus E plus R equals O. It's not about the events in life. It's about how you respond to the things.
Yeah.
And I was like, this injury, you can respond one way or the other.
Yeah.
But that decision is on you.
Yeah.
As a man, as a player, that decision is on you. I treat my players like they my little brothers, like they my nephews. I'm your coach, but at the same time, I was just in your shoes a couple of years ago. So I have an understanding of like what you're going through right now. I have an understanding of like the trials and tribulations that you're facing. I understand what you're going through at school. I understand what you're going through with just life in general. It's hard. It's hard for players, especially in the SWAC. It's hard for certain athletes because they don't get the same things that you get at the FBS level, at the Ohio States, the LSUs, the Texas, the Rices, and stuff like that. So it's like for me, I'm like, I understand that. Because I don't come from nothing.
Yeah, it came from Minnesota.
I came from Minnesota.
You was underrated the whole time.
Yeah.
You was underrated your whole time. Yeah, I got you.
So I know how it feels to be overlooked, but I tell them like I was overlooked, but I came out of it.
Yeah.
I tell them all my stories. I tell them all my teammates' stories that I've had. I tell them to turn on football on Sunday. I bet you I play with one of them.
Yeah.
I bet you I went to Ohio State with one of them. And I can tell you that story of like why he's at to where he's at right now and the mindset that he brought with it. So I teach my players now is like it's all about the consistency and your effort. It's not about how talented you are. It's about the effort that you put into it. Because sometimes your talent's going to be overlooked because there's going to be a lot of talented players out there that you may be at the same level as them, but their effort might outdo yours. The work that they do on a daily basis to prepare themselves for the game might outdo your work, but you're not going to allow that to happen because you know who you are and you know what you love and you know what you want to do at the end of the day. So it's all about being consistent and understanding like what I want out of the game of football. Do I want to get a great education or do I want to make that next step to hypothetically have the opportunity to go to the NFL, the CFL, the XFL, like whatever it is. Or if you don't want to play football, like what can football do for you to what can you use your platform now to put yourself ahead in the future?
How about positioning?
How can I position myself? How can I go introduce myself to somebody that went to TSU, or how can I network with them? And that's allowing me because I'm like, for me, I got a finance background. I'm getting my MBA from the University of Texas, and I'm teaching them like it's not about your network; it's about your network. Like how can you network with different people outside of ball if this doesn't work out? Because you gotta at the end of the day, it's like when your career is over, you don't want to be sitting in that room like I should have, could have did this, or I would have did this if I would have knew this was going to happen. So it's all about the preparation of like life after football. And that's one thing that we did at Ohio State was we had Real Life Wednesdays with Ryan Stamper and our Coach Meyer. He did that for us so we can understand like if you don't make it to the NFL or if your career doesn't last,
what are you doing after this?
What are you going to do after? And how can you prepare yourself now to set yourself up for the future and long-term things? So For me, it's like I interned at Merrill Lynch, I interned at Ohio State, I interned at JP Morgan. So I thought I wanted to go in the financial world, but whole time I was preparing myself to teach these young men, like
Full circle moment.
full circle moment.
That's
Like
it.
I'm here to teach
Yeah.
these young men about life and what life gives you, and
Yeah.
how can you take it
And fight back.
and fight back, and how can you run with it, and how can you respond with it. So for me, um, I think for me, I found my purpose. I am where I am because God put me here. My story was already written for me before I even know. It was just the route that I had to take, um, and that's where it poured me to get to these young men now and developing of them and pouring into them how I was poured into. And I find so much joy in it, even though I'm not getting paid. I'm hungry to get to the facility. I'm hungry
More
to
than
go
they
to
is.
go
Yeah, you
coach.
ready? You ready to go talk to them? Ready
Yeah,
to get them well?
I'm
Yeah,
like, what's going
yeah,
on with you today, man? How you feeling? Like, what's going on in your life?
yeah.
Like,
Let's
what's going
do
on
it.
with school? What's going on with ball? Like, how can I help you get better?
Like
Like,
like my partner always used to say, man. Right? Is that you do what you love, and the money will come. If you're passionate about it,
it will
the
come.
money will come. Like if you have, like you said, your love for the game, you getting up and wanting to do that when the money come, it was already written for you because you
Yeah.
loved the game, you loved to do it before you did it with this. So
Yeah.
now I appreciate that, bro, and I appreciate your standpoint on all the stuff that you talked about today. Because to be honest with you, this story somebody needs to hear it, right? Because there's probably, like I said, there's a million and one kids out there, but it's like that 1% out there who didn't make it. There's that 1% that did, but in that 1% whose career got derailed by injury, whose career got this, whose career got that, and they're probably sitting in the same spot, like, damn, I have nobody who can relate to this. I have nobody who did this. I have nobody. I did it on my own. Like, not say they did it on their own, but they put their work ethic to where they could only rely on themselves. So if they only disappointed anybody, it was because they didn't do it themselves, right?
Exactly.
So your story is definitely gonna like resonate with a lot of people, bro, in this drop. And I just want you to understand that, like, I appreciate you for coming on here and being as humble as you are about it, because a lot of people won't tell you about this, right?
Yeah, I
A lot of people
appreciate you.
won't tell you about the nitty gritty, the grind behind it, the where you come from, even from being a small town or a big town, right? A lot of people won't tell you that. A lot of people won't tell you that there is a life after sports, and a lot of these young kids, especially now with NIL and all this other stuff, they don't understand that like any moment it can go away.
Yeah.
Based on, I mean, we talk
In an
about the
instance.
guy the guy at Georgia top, just broke his ankle and he's supposed to be going into the draft. Like, it can happen. So I appreciate you being here because at the end of the day, it sheds light on a lot of stuff. And so like you're gonna inspire like a lot of people. And you inspire me, but I ain't playing no football, but again, right, it's just knowing that like, hey, it allows me to know that I'm on the right path, right? Because I mean, I talk about my podcast, I talk about this, but I do this because I like to interview my friends. I like to interview who I think have dope stories and dope realities, right? And I've only known you for like a couple of years, but even still, right? I've never known this much about your story. So even hearing about this story has allowed me to understand, like, yo, this is my purpose for you to tell your story. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is my purpose for me to be able to help you instill this to somebody else, because I can preach about my life, but a person who's a 6'5" freak of nature athlete that broke his ankle and can't play football no more, they're not gonna resonate with me because that's not what I live, right? So I appreciate you being here, big dog. Real talk.
No, I appreciate you inviting me because, like I was telling you before they even started the podcast, my mom was like, "You need to write a book about your life."
Yeah, okay.
Let the people know. And then
hey, bro, this has been the first start to the memoir. Real
then
talk.
a week later, you hit me up about doing the podcast. So I was
See,
like,
God's timing, bro.
I was like, why not?
And like I was telling my boy Tony, I was like, man, I gotta figure out. It don't be about who to talk to, a lot of people to talk to, but it'd be about like whose story that I feel like sometimes overlooked, right? And like, I would never know your story had you never told it. You feel me? So hopefully, like I say, this gets you on that way to write your book, or and all the extra stuff. But like I said, I appreciate it. So, you know what time it is, right? It wouldn't be Let's Argue About It if we didn't have a topic. So I hear about DBU. I hear about Receiver U. I've never heard Defensive Lineman University, right? So your question for you is, give me your top 3 defensive lineman universities.
Right now, I gotta say the top defensive line university in the country. It has to be Ohio State.
Okay. We got Ohio State number 1.
Ohio State number 1. Number 2 from the past couple years, Clemson.
Okay.
And then that outlier for me would be Bama or Georgia.
First of all, that's crazy. So wait, you're putting like a tired Bama or Georgia or Bama?
Because if you look at what Georgia has produced these last couple of years,
absolutely,
they've been in the talks. But if you look at Bama over the course of the years, like they got some dogs at Bama that you can't just deny. So for me, it'd be like if I'm gonna do it, it go Ohio State, Clemson, Bama. Outside of it, Georgia. But don't get me wrong.
That's crazy.
Don't get me wrong.
We're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles having an entire Georgia defensive line dang near winning a Super Bowl. We're talking like they're not.
But you gotta look. But if you're looking at just that, look at the whole NFL.
Okay.
And look what if you look.
That's
at,
a valid point.
If you look at every roster, you bound to see Alabama defensive lineman. You bound to see Ohio State defensive lineman, and you bound to see a Clemson defensive lineman. Somehow, some way, they gonna find their way on the roster. But if we're looking at today, Ohio State's number 1 just because I know you're gonna say something about Penn State, but Penn State wouldn't be Penn State without Larry Johnson.
Okay.
Coach Johnson started defensive line U at Penn State, and then he went to Ohio State and brought that same thing to Ohio State. So you can say what Penn State has had over the years, but Penn State would have not been Penn State if Coach Johnson was a defensive line coach. Penn State has the traditions, don't get me wrong, but Coach J paved the way for Penn State for defensive linemen.
That's fine. I ain't gonna argue it.
And then what he did at Ohio State, you got to look at his work that he's done there. Like he had the Tyquan Lewis, he had the Joey Bosa, he had the Nick Bosa, he has Chase Young.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay.
He has a Jonathan Cooper, it's a Tyreek Hill. Like if you look at it, it's like people be trying to figure out like why Ohio State's always good. The last 10 to 15 years as a defensive line, Coach J it doesn't matter who you put in that room with him. It doesn't matter. It's like they're gonna go out there and play with his technique, play with his effort, and leave it on the field every single game. So that's why I always say Ohio State is defensive line, you just based off of who's coaching there. Like
okay.
It's that the coach makes a big thing. And if you look at what's going on in the world today, look at Ole Miss, what they're doing. Randall Joyner was Coach Johnson's assistant at Ohio State. The GA, he was one of my D-line assistants. You look at Texas, Alan Clark. He worked under Coach Johnson. University of Texas is leading sacks in the country right now in FBS. He worked under Coach Johnson. If you look at BT Jordan, he did it on his own pass rush guru, but he worked under Coach Johnson at Ohio State.
So he part of that tree.
It's all
and
about
it all goes back to
the tree.
The tree. I got you.
The tree. So,
okay, I ain't mad at the tree. I ain't mad at the tree talk. I ain't mad at the tree talk.
If you look at the coaches that worked under him and look where they at,
yeah,
that's how you can determine where D-line U starts at. So it always starts back to him. And a funny story about Coach J. We saw his picture when he was in high school. And everybody may not know this, but the movie To Remember the Titans, his coach was Coach Boone. Remember that? That's the movie On Titans?
Yeah.
He played on that team.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a fun fact, y'all. Like that's a fact that I've never known right there.
Yeah, so
that's a fact. I've never known that. And I love Remember the Titans. So like that's a fact that I've never known. That's pretty dope.
And when we brought them, he was like, you lying. He brought those newspapers in. We was like, oh, he was real. Like he was on that team. And then to this day, I never
was
seen.
he the strong side or the nah?
But to this day, I was like, I never saw Coach J get too emotional, but when Coach Boone passed away, because Coach Boone was his mentor, I was like, that was the one time I saw him like break down about, because it's like his mentor, like this is a coach that taught me how to be a coach. So one day to go, I know you're gonna talk about the goals to get to the next level, but I want to be like Coach Johnson, but I want to elevate it to another level of being my own coach.
Okay.
I want to be able to impact young men using the Word of God, and not just Word of God, but just pouring into them and understanding who they are and where they can go, taking them to places that they have never been or didn't think that they could go. And I think that's my purpose as a coach, is to be able to give to the next generation of young men. Like I had coaches that impacted me, like the Randall Joyners, the Coach J's, the Kenny Anuki's, the Vince Akiakas, the Ty Warrens, the Bo Davises. I have all these coaches that made an impact on me. So I think that where I'm going next is it only can be up. And that's where I see, because I'm working for free. So
I feel that.
so
Nah. Hey, man, look, I get this man on payroll. When y'all watch this interview, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. There's gonna be a lot of D-line coaches probably hitting you up after this at a lot of universities because, again, the passion that you have, it exudes, brother.
Yeah.
And so, again, I'm glad you was able to come and tell your story because, again, a lot of people lose that passion, but for you to be able to lose it and then find it and then, like, at the same time, really, like, embrace it, right? Because you got a million different things going on. And a lot of people don't realize that, like, you doing this with your free time. Like, it's because you want to do it. It ain't because you got to do it. It ain't because it's paying the bills. It ain't because it's feeding your fam. But it's you doing this because you simply love the game. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I think one of the biggest things you see, even just in college football, high school football, whatever, those people that really love the game always get the best out of their players, bro. Like you talk about the Detroit Lions, but that young man that's on the defensive side, the
Coach Shepard, Coach
bruh,
Shepard, yeah, he played my linebacker coach.
He loves the game, and you can see he loves Dan Campbell. He loves the game. Like, yes, they're getting paid millions, but he understands before he was doing that, he loved the game. So, like, I appreciate you for coming and share your story, bro. As always, you know what I mean? You know, TS Pooh is, crazy, but, I respect it. And hopefully, we can come back in a couple of years and we can revisit this and be like, see where you are at the next level when you're in the NFL coaching for a top team in the league, and we can sit down and be like, man, we done came from here to here. So as always, appreciate y'all for coming out. Shameless plug, always. Shout out to Cool Dad for allowing me to use the space. If you're looking for something for fatherhood, we do a lot of stuff in the community here in Houston. We're located in Edo, but we do a lot of work in Third Ward and just all over. So if you're a father out there or a father figure, coach, whatever, and you're looking to pour into young men from young to old, right? Come holler at me. Come holler at Cool Dad. Come check us out, all right? And we out.
Appreciate you.